94 Feet with Coach JT. People, man, I appreciate y'all tapping in. Subscribe to the podcast, leave some comments. Hit the website, 94feetwithcoachjt.com, up right now, live. Let me see. I'm working on my graphics, doing this on my own solo. Oh, there you go. Got a little merch. You know what I'm saying? Just a little something, a little sample size. Hit the website. Appreciate you. Everything bought definitely goes back to me putting, you know what I'm saying? Got to pay the bills, right? Got to pay the platforms, got to pay the light bills to keep this podcast going. But hit the website again. Tap in with me, leave some comments, whatever you need to do, but also just shop and also some events going on. We got a black graduate, young black high school graduate coming up, put on my BYLP in Sacramento. It'll be at different places, locations, stuff like that for all you graduates out there too. They'll be safe this year, man. Be safe. It's graduate, college, high school. All you guys, please be safe out there. Again, appreciate y'all tapping in. And tonight, hope y'all enjoyed the game. I didn't watch it yet, the highlights, but I'm gonna get to it because I was in the gym with my squad working. But let me get to this brief intro. We're gonna keep this thing going on this this Monday night edition. I'm in season 2. This is episode, I think, 5 or episode 105, however you want to look at it. So my guest tonight is a Sacramento native. He graduated from Foothill High School, where he was named the first team All-State and the Central Valley Conference MVP as a senior after helping to win a state title. After leaving Foothill High School, he spent a year or two at Delta College, junior college down the street, down in Stockton, where he put together a 30-2 record, 24-game winning streak, semifinal appearance in the California Community College Championships. He was named first team All-League his freshman season there as well. After leaving Delta, spent 2 years at Oklahoma University. After there, he graduated. Keyword, graduated there, became a grad assistant as well, came back, did some graduate work at, graduated as assistant at Sierra College up north in Rockland, passed that way. He spent time at Sac State for a nice length of time there. Let's see a little bit of his record there. Man, I think his program had an 82-38 record while he was there. Also, now he is currently assistant coach at Cal State Fullerton down in SoCal. I'm sure his aspirations one day is become a head coach, but I know him as C-Walk. You may know him as Coach Walker, Chris Walker, but also a brother to me. Like family, man. We go way back for real. Don't even keep track of the time no more. Coach Walker, how you doing, my guy?
I'm good, man. Good. It's a pleasure to be on this show, man. It's been a long time coming. But,
yeah.
Definitely super excited to be on the show tonight.
No, I appreciate you, man. Definitely been a grind. I mean, you've been grinding. I mean, that's what you've been doing, as we know in this coach's realm, in this atmosphere. It never stops. You've been working. But also, man, I actually had a chance to go coach my team again this weekend in your old stomping grounds, man. Got to walk in that gym again. I'm like, damn, you know, the homie.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody can't say their name is up in their high school.
Yeah.
You know, and then yours is for even a bigger reason, winning the state title. But let's take it back man, because I mean, it didn't just happen for you like that, as you know, right? It's been a storied a tale of a lot of work put in. But man, growing up, C-Walk, like, I mean, people know you, they know you, man. You've been about the game, the sport. But
yeah,
was there anything else you got into at a young age, man, outside of basketball? Because I mean, we 80s babies, so we grew up in a time where it was outside. We were outside playing multiple things. What all things did you get into at an early age, man, as far as activity wise in sports?
Man, I played everything, man. Actually, my first love was football. Playing Pop Warner, playing for the Cordova Lancers.
The Lancers.
Growing up through that kind of pipeline, and then moving to North Highlands and playing for North Highlands Wolfpack. And so, like, my first love was football. I thought I was going to be a NFL player, but my mom, she had different plans for me. So by the time I played football first, and then by the time I got to high school, my mom said, you need to make a decision. You need to play football or basketball. And guess what? I already made that decision for you, and that's basketball. So
Mom stepped in, huh?
Yeah, mom ended my my football career, my football dreams. But I guess she saw something that I didn't when it came to hoop.
So, and then let's talk about growing up in the East, man. Because I mean, it's like I said, man. We've seen it change throughout our lives, but no, we spend time on all sides of town, hanging out with each other, kicking it, or going to each other's games, supporting each other, or playing against each other, right? But growing up in Rancho to start, though, what was that like for you, man, at an early age, man? Because again, being our generation, they don't know about, they go Rancho. No, it was they used to live in the East, or you know what I'm saying, the village, you know, like that. Like, it was different. How was that like for you, bro?
It was good, man. I mean, I didn't know that, you know, I was halfway poor, but you know what I'm saying? My dad, you know, he kept a roof over my head and had kept the lights on, and grew up with a bunch of family. All my family was around, so every weekend it was something to do. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was go to King Skate or go to football
Hey,
games or hoop games
yeah,
or just, family barbecues. But man, I developed a lot of friendships in the East
mm-hmm.
and a lot of love. And so it's like it's one of those things where I'm kind of two part. Like I'm from the East, but I'm
Yeah,
also from North Highlands as well. So I spent half and half. So it's
mm-hmm.
like, I got a big family, but man, growing up in Rancho, that was a start. Like that was, and you already know it's a lot of athletes come out of there. So,
Facts.
whether you playing football or hoop, like you playing against somebody that's gonna be somebody.
Yeah, hey, and they was deep. They
Yeah,
multi-sport guys. They got
yeah,
after it. It was a lot of trash talking going on. They're gonna tell you about
all that,
yourself,
all that.
but the competition level in all sports out there was high. Like everybody, like, no, I went to Cordova, yeah, because they had it. Then
It
you
was,
had
it
them.
was, yeah, I mean, like you said, just the competitive nature. Like I remember just playing Pop Warner, just like how like active everybody was and how everybody, came to Saturday Pop Warner games,
Lit.
old dudes, young dudes, high school teams, and like we thought it was like some a
Yeah,
mini NFL
it was
thing going
big, bro.
on.
Community came out, right? Everybody at the game, like, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
Everybody at the game. That's what's up, man. A lot of athletes. I mean, again, we had to watch TV again on ABC, whatever, CBS. Who was you watching in those sports you honed in on? Who was the guys that you was like, okay, that's me, or I'm mimicking my game after? Who was that?
Man, I mean, obviously my favorite basketball player of all time is Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite athlete of all time is Deion Sanders.
Mm.
And like those two were the two guys that like I watched. I never knew I knew I wasn't going to be neither one of them, but if
Mm.
I could just take a piece from their games, I tried to, especially with Michael Jordan's leadership, and then Deion Sanders just swagger and flair and confidence.
Yeah.
Those are the things I try to take from those guys, and then as my game started to develop from a basketball standpoint, man, just looking at point guards, whether it's Isaiah Thomas, Magic
Mm-hmm.
Johnson, you know, all great point guards, Jason Kidd, Gary Payton. I try to steal everything from those type of point guards and try to make that kind of my game,
Right.
mixed in with a little bit of football
Yeah.
with some, footwork and physical contact. So I was
Work.
never
Best of
shot.
both worlds, right? You can play both
Yeah,
sports and flourish in both because the basketball agility, right?
absolutely. So
Football
I was
contact.
never afraid. I was never afraid of contact.
Man.
Never afraid to mix it up and just grind throughout the course of a game. So I kind of just merged both football and basketball together.
Yeah, shout out to Big Dog Ant Eustaces, man. He was like point guard
Right.
on here. Man. Ant said point guard out here, man. Shout out to Big Ant. Yeah, bro, like definitely you can see the benefits of doing both early for a lot of especially when because I mean it was just that, right? One, we had to be out playing, but also it was like, oh, it made me a little physical or it made me a little tougher.
Yeah.
If I was an undersized so-called kid, or it didn't matter because I still play
Yeah.
like I was, what I mean? So that definitely had its benefits too. As you know, right, coaching, training, bro, we put in hours with these athletes now going forward, but our skill set time wasn't as high as like work on one skill set, right? I think we played, but we didn't know we were repping out some skills at certain times.
Mm-hmm.
We were just getting reps, but we were playing like that. But I mean, how long was you at it, man? Would you go out hours at the parks, or was it like certain days of the week when you start
Man,
really?
what's funny as I tell a lot of my players, my current players, I say, look, y'all work on y'all game more than I ever did. But I said the difference is y'all don't play as much as I did. Like I played every day from as much as I can. Soon school was out, I'm trying to get somewhere to play. So I was like, the stuff that I learned and picked up was just playing. Like I
Right.
didn't work on, and I don't know, this might sound bad, but I didn't work on my game. Like I just worked on the
Yeah.
game.
And I
Like
think
I played the game, but I figure out on my own how to use a screen in a pickup game, or I can't have him screen for me because then this dude's gonna switch. I don't want that. Like I just learned it on my own, and then
Mhm.
trying moves. Like, all right, if I try this move that I dreamed of and thought about, if I do it in the game, if it worked, then it's a good move. If it
Right.
don't, I gotta scrap that. You know what I'm saying? So like
Right.
I played a lot, especially back in those days when we could play outside and everybody
All
was
day.
outside.
All the time.
So it taught me a lot about being competitive and,
Mhm.
and meaning like if you lose a game, you gotta
Walk.
sit.
You had to wait. Walk. We
You
had
gotta
it. You
wait.
don't want to wait 3-4 games, and that's taking away your court time. You outside wasting time. You don't
Nah,
spectate. You're not trying to
not at
spectate.
all. Not at all. So like that brought out my competitive nature. And so yeah, man. I mean, you can call me a gym rat, you can call me, you know, whatever. Like I just played a lot,
right.
like to the point where, you know, that's all I wanted to do. You know, even like soon school was out, I couldn't wait for it to be out so I can try to find a pickup somewhere. You know, whether it's in the gym, outside, at recess, at lunchtime, it didn't matter, man. I was playing all day, every day.
Yeah, and I definitely think it helped us to play against older guys who was like, nah, young bud, you gotta wait this one. Or your last pick, then you earn your keep. Oh, then you get picked up again. Like, oh, this young buck, all right, we can rock with it. Because it wasn't just, you on our team. Didn't work that way. They weren't just grabbing them.
And you didn't want, and you know, like I had older cousins, so it's like I didn't want to be the liability.
Because if not, you're gonna be sitting right there watching.
Yeah, like my game, like I had to have some game. Otherwise, like my cousins gonna talk about me, my cousins' friends gonna talk about me. Like, like nah, like I can't be out here, you know what I'm saying, not being able to do something.
Yeah.
So like it just made me more hungrier just to be a really good basketball player.
Right. So you talk about when moms make this decision, bro, and says, okay, you got to shift. One, how did that affect you anyway, knowing you got to put that football down?
Yeah. It was just like, all right, like, you know what I'm saying? Like mom, you know, obviously mom is a mom and she don't want to see me get hurt. And I don't know, man. It was just like, maybe basketball is my thing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like my family, like we a long line of hoopers.
Mm-hmm.
So like maybe it was, you know, it's for me. Like and I could take it to another level. I think part of it was I was super skinny, so my mom thought I was gonna get hurt. So
Frail,
like, well, if you think I'm gonna get hurt, then I guess basketball it is.
That's what's up. Mom's looking now. So you make this shit full time, right? You decide to dedicate that. Okay, your mom's push, but now you like come in it. What do you do more of when that happens? Like, what do you start doing more of at that point, if you can remember?
Man, you start dreaming. You start thinking how good can you get? How good can I be? You know, especially going into high school, going to a high school like Foothill, where you walk into the gym and you see banners and you see Hall of Fame this and you see this player that, and you like, all right, I really don't know who these dudes are, but I know my name's gonna be somewhere up in there at some point. And then you start working on your game, and then you just start playing. And then, you know, for me, it happened where that's all I cared about, you know, to the detriment of my academics, as to why I had to go to JC. Because like I just was so concerned about being a really good basketball player to earn a Division I scholarship and go somewhere for free. And because I knew that was the only way I was going to ever go to college. So I just put all my eggs into that basket, and you know, the rest was history.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. So come from middle school to high school. What was the biggest thing you said you had to add to your game, though, to realize, and I'm going to go here and get playing time immediately or earn this time quickly? What was something or one or two things you feel like, okay, I got to do this better because this is another level. This is not middle school no more?
I think for me, it was just being a better decision maker. In middle school, I can get to wherever I wanted to get to on the court. I could get by my defender and score. Like a lot of people don't know this. Like I want to score all the time, but like I realized that like my position, it dictates when and where when and how and where I should score, who I should get the ball to. And when I got to high school, I realized like, all right, these plays that I'm making in middle school where I could just go by my guy, that's not gonna work. Now they're being coached to be able to help. Now they know that I'm left-handed, and they're like, you know, I like to go left, like all of these things. Like now it just sped up my decision-making process to where I had to really, you know what I'm saying, know where everybody's supposed to be on the floor, become a floor general. And that's when I really became a true point guard. I initially growing up, I did not play point guard. I was trying to score and score. And then the more the ball was in my hands, and then a lot of my coaches was like, hey man, like you can see the floor, you can pass, you can score, you can get to the rim, you can get guys open. Like the ball's gonna be on hands, but you gotta be able to make good decisions. And that's kind of the transformation.
That's what's up. let's go to your championship run.
Yeah.
How special was that for you, man? What was that season like?
Man, you know what? It started in the summer. Like, a lot of people don't know this, but like, we played that year. We played a total of probably like 80 games if you combine our summer and our
Yeah.
regular season, but we played like 30 something games in the summer. We lost one game in the summertime. And we knew that our goal was to win a state championship. And honestly, man, like, we was just hooping. Like, we was just hooping. We were a team that grew up together, and we played varsity at a young age. So like, we was just kind of, groomed.
Y'all spent that time together. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just so happened that, like, everybody that were seniors, they knew like this is our peak time as a high school player to win it. Like, let's just go for it, and we did, and like, we was just hooping. We wanted to play everybody. We weren't afraid to play anybody, anywhere. There's still some games that we want to get back. We want to get that Sac High game back.
Hey, you don't forget no losses. You don't forget no losses, bro. I swear, don't nobody forget no losses. Everybody like, nah, the wins, we supposed to win. The losses stick, bro. The losses stick.
But nah, it was special because like we were a special group that was together, that grew up together. There was no implants. There was nobody that transferred in late to come play. Like, nah, like we grew up together. So like every day, every lunch break, like we together as a unit. And then like before the game, we cracking jokes, and then like once we stepped into the gym, like it's on now. Like
business.
We compete as a unit, and that's what we did.
That's what's up, man. What was one of the hardest things or adversity y'all had to, or games y'all had to maybe overcome, or like I said, it took a lot. You talked about the Kennedy game or a Sac High game. Yeah. Was those close losses or what?
Yeah. It was both of them. You know what I'm saying? We lost to Kennedy in the Jack Scott tournament.
Is that the 04?
03.
03. Okay.
03. Lost to them, on a tough shot that we gave up, and then the Sac High, same thing, close games. The adversity that we faced, man, was just the complacency.
Mm-hmm.
We went on from that Sac High game, I think we went on like a 26-game winning streak.
Crazy.
And we had to fight complacency. We had to fight, just now, we know we're gonna win, but it's like we can't take our foot off the gas. We tried our hardest to win games by 30 and 40, so everybody could play that night.
Right.
And that was the goal, man. It was just to continue to stack the wins up, because we know at the end of the day, it's all about that playoff run. So we took small little steps as far as winning tournaments. All right, let's win this tournament. Now let's win the league. Now let's win, the section. So we just kind of just took a bite out of each section and got it done.
That's what's like, divvy it up. You make your section run, play at Arco Arena back then.
Yeah.
You win that. How was that feeling?
Man, it was our second time, so we won it back to back.
Oh, okay, doubled up on them.
Yeah, and honestly, man, like I think this is the type of team we were. Like, we expected that. Like, there was no, like, we celebrated, but it was like, all right, like,
y'all know what's the big picture.
Let's go on to the next one. Like, I think what it was that because we had been there before, prior, like we weren't, in awe of the moment. Like we treated Arco Arena like it was our second home. Yeah, man. Like, this
we
was
back there.
We win, and then we go about our business. And so like we were very, as a team, as a high school team with 17 and 16-year-olds, like we were very mature. So we never got caught up in the hoopla of playing there and our opponent. It was like it's another goal that we came to reach, and then now we on to the next one. So it was a quick little 5-minute celebration, and then it's like, all right, now let's get ready for the state run.
So the state run goes on. Do you remember who y'all played first round?
First round we played El Cerrito.
And that was y'all got to host the game, so yeah. I know it was rocking up there. Yeah. So coming out, even though you went through it last year, this was your last run at it.
Yeah.
Was it a lot of pressure you felt for yourself to handle business, or was it like, nah, we one game at a time, same thing, same game I've been playing, even though it's your last season, it's your last run, no coming back? What was that like?
No, it was just business as usual. I think for me as an individual, I never get too high and I never get too low. I'm pretty even killed. As you see, Ant just posted 30 P.
Yeah.
But it was for me, I think as the leader of the team, there was no pressure. I didn't put no pressure on my teammates. They didn't put no pressure on me. It was like, we here to take care of business. We have been here before, so it's like, I think for me it was just all like, all right, let's just do what we do. We've been playing a certain way all year. Doesn't matter. Let's continue to play that way, and then let the chips fall where they may. If it's destined for us to win, we're gonna win. If not, at least we for sure played our heart out, and that's what we did every game.
So as Ann said, 30 piece the first round, host another round. I think first back then we had 2 first round games. After that second one, you get to go back to the arena again. Who was the second round opponent?
We played Nevada Union.
Ooh, okay.
Smacked them.
Got them up out of there. Okay, so now you go to Arco, Final Four.
So we in the NorCal Championship.
Yep.
We play Archbishop Mitty.
Oh.
At probably, I think it was just like the first time I think we played like a really early game. So it was like 11 a.m. game.
Yeah.
Smacked them by 20. It was probably one of my worst games.
But still got the dub by 20. That's how deep y'all was. So that wasn't a problem.
It was one of my worst playoff games.
So you got that out the way though. So that was
but I think it made for me to have a better performance in the state championship game.
Right.
I was one of those guys where I took a lot of things personal as a basketball player, and my teammates knew that. So I didn't have a really good NorCal championship game. So I wasn't too happy.
But you ready to get back out there? I already know.
Yeah, everybody was jumping around, excited that we're going to the state championship game, and we getting our our medals and all this, and I'm not happy.
Yeah.
So you best believe the state championship game, I was ready.
All right, who y'all got in the state final?
So we got Harvard Westlake.
Oh, down from SoCal, LA area. Ain't that the little private school whatever down there? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, going there, your last game ever in high school, ever had a bad game before. Did you know it was time?
Yeah, it was funny. One of my teammates. So we're sitting in the locker room for the game, doing our pregame, whatever we doing, and one of my teammates brings over, the little, I don't know, the book of all the historic state championship stuff, all the stuff, the
media guide type stuff.
Yeah, and they they have an article about our team, and they didn't mention my name
in the book at all.
And my teammate said, "Well, look at this. They ain't even say nothing about you." So he's stirring the pot. He already know how I am. So from that, that put another chip on my shoulder. So like, all right, like I gotta. Not only we gonna win, but you best believe you're gonna get my A game today. And I think I did that. And obviously, we got the dub. And
what was the numbers like?
What was that?
What was your numbers like?
I think I had maybe like 17, 18, probably like 6 assists, 7 rebounds.
Total game.
Just playing hard, man. Just playing hard and playing with that chip on my shoulder. And it wasn't just about me; it was our whole entire team. Like this was a goal that we started when we was freshmen.
Right.
So,
brotherhood, right? Your family.
Yeah.
That buzzer goes off though. What is it? A relief? Is it I knew he was gonna do it. What was that? What was that like when that final buzzer goes off?
It was a relief, man. The first things first. Once again, like we talked about it as youngsters. I know one of my teammates, Mike Williams. He's like, as soon as that buzzer go off, I'm getting the ball. And I said, no, you're not. I'm getting it. So as soon as it goes off, he forgot. He had talked about this for years.
You beat him to it.
He forgot. So I'm running to chase the ball down. So I run and get the ball, and then I'm running up and down the court like I just played almost probably 32 minutes.
Yeah.
And I still got enough energy. I keep running up and down the court with the ball, raising my hand, jumping with my teammates, jumping in the crowd, seeing all my family. School's going nuts.
Yeah.
And, man, it was just one of those things where it's like, finally, like, we got it done. But, like, now I know what it feels like to be a state champion. Like, it's a different type of feeling to now, like, you're a part of a program that's a state championship program that they can never take that away from you.
Yeah, definitely dope. Levels to it, man. Talk about the shortcomings academically early, which caused the JC route.
Yeah.
Was Delta your first choice, or how'd that work? Because Cats was there back then, right?
Man, it was no, Delta was not my first choice. It was junior college that was even a first choice. I did not want to go to JC. I felt that I was better than that, but obviously, just me being lazy in the classroom and just doing just enough kind of forced me to go to JC, which was a blessing. I needed that 2 years there to mature in the classroom, but also just mature as a man. I don't think I would have been ready for the Division 1 straight out of high school based off of just my laziness in the classroom and then just like not putting in the effort on both, basketball and academics. So like Delta was not my first choice. Did not see myself going to JUCO. I was very irritated and frustrated because I'm seeing some of these dudes that I know I'm better than getting some opportunities.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's supposed to be me, but at the end of the day, like I got to take care of my business in the classroom.
Yes,
So
sir.
I ultimately went through the recruiting process from a junior college standpoint, and that was a nightmare too because now you got every junior college in Northern California trying to recruit you. So my sisters and my mom had to take phone calls sometimes, and so I didn't have to talk to coaches so I could lie and say I'm not here.
Okay. Yeah.
Phones going off the hook.
That's a lot for a 17, 18-year-old kid.
Man,
Like, bro. Like,
it was, and it's different because you're junior college. So like junior college coaches back then, they ain't got no rules.
They aggressive.
Yeah, so they can call as many times as they want. You know what I'm saying? And it was all good. Like all the coaches, that recruited me, they weren't disrespectful, obviously, but it was a lot. And then man, and I had to, finally I was just like, Delta was the program for me just based off of the structure that Coach Katz provided that I needed.
A lot of that for sure. You're gonna get that for sure.
Yeah.
You'll get that for sure. So man, you get there, bro. You rock out.
Yeah.
I mean, you rock out, get after it. 2 successful years. You in that grindhouse, that system that some people just can't manage, but you make it work for you and have success. Again, people get to, see you play still in your home state, home cities, play up and down. Back then, I think we were the Big 8? Nope. Not Big
Bay
8.
Valley East.
Bay Valley Conference. Oh, y'all Bay Valley East down there, right?
Bay Valley East.
Conference. Yep. Down there. Them games was tough. Games. League, you're going to get physical, beat up, grind up. Every game. The league game was tough, man. It was tough, man. AR, Delta, Sac City, CRC games, man. You had what back then? Was it Feather River? Not Feather River. Yuba was in the league that year. Oh, you had to go to play in that dim ass gym up there with them lights, bro. With them ugly lights, just it was tough. DVC. You go to DVC, man. And I would say junior college will tell everybody, man, don't shake on it because it'll make a man out of you.
It will. For sure.
A lot of old heads at junior college early. You come in, I'm like, damn, this dude 25 years old, got kids, 27. But they there for a reason.
Yeah.
They trying to get up out of there too, man. Overall though, how was that experience for you there? Because like you said, without that, it made you who you are today.
It was a great experience. I would say probably one of my favorite, 2 years of my life, just based off of I was able to move away from home somewhat, being only 45 minutes to an hour away, just far enough to where I felt like I was still, out the house, but just close enough to if I needed something, my mom can get to me, my dad, anybody can get to me, or I can get to them. So that was great. And from a academic standpoint, did great academically because now I got the structure, that's provided for me. Now we doing study halls. And then on the flip side, like now I'm grown, so now it's on me. I have no excuses. I'm an adult, so somewhat young adult. The professors, they ain't calling mom saying Chris didn't do this or did that. So I think it helped me now become like, all right, like you ain't got nobody's gonna hold your hand. Like you gotta do this if you're trying to get somewhere. So did really well academically, and then on the court, man, just like you said, like now it's a different level. Now I'm playing against grown men who I've been playing against older people my whole entire life, but now it's a different because now I got some grown men on my team that I have to lead. Like you said, like there was a guy that was on my team that was 25.
Yeah.
And I'm the starting point guard day one, and I'm 18.
Yep.
So I gotta tell a 25-year-old, hey man, you need to be at this spot. Like that was a different dynamic. But like for me, it was great because like one thing about me, like once we in between them lines, like now like that's my comfort zone. So
Yeah.
I'm not quiet, I'm not shy in
Yep.
between the lines. Like I'm a whole different type of dude. And when it
Yeah.
comes to hoop, like I like to be around those type of people. So like
Facts.
the Delta group was very similar to my high school group where we loved being around each other and then we loved just hooping. We
Yeah.
loved competing and you
That's
know
what's up.
the practices was physical and
Oh yeah.
rough.
We used to hear about that shit all the time. I thought ours was. It was like, man, y'all hear about Coach Cats down there? They get out there,
Yeah,
bloody noses. They out there getting out there. I'm like,
yeah,
but it was every time we knew we go down there, even coaching and playing down there. It's like, man, you got to bring it, man. Any given night, you're gonna be physical though. They will have one guy, two guys who just their job is to be physical with the other
yep,
team every time. Like this, man, like
yeah.
that's what it was.
So you can only imagine just from a game standpoint
Oh yeah,
in
practice was
practice,
crazy. I know practice
it's
was
10
wild.
times more because now ain't no refs policing nothing.
Nah,
Like the players got to police the physicality, and then once we establish what it was, like, all right, either you gonna be tough and dish it out, or you
gotta
can't
go.
be here.
Yeah.
You know, and so for me, I loved it. So it's like I said, back to that football part, like
You've been in it long enough. This ain't nothing new to you.
this is where I need to be.
Yeah, for sure. That's what's up, man. Have a good 2 years there.
Yeah, somehow I became NorCal Player of the Year, only averaging 11 points. So I guess I was doing something nice.
Hey, man, it's all the other stuff. That's
Yeah,
all the other stuff, right? But that means white people was watching too, though.
yeah,
White people was watching. You know what I'm saying? It's filling the stat sheet up, which is
yeah.
always a plus, man. It's a team game for sure.
That's it.
Get the opportunity now to lead a state.
Yeah,
Did Oklahoma choose you, or did you choose Oklahoma?
man. Do we got time to go through my
I
recruiting?
know that was crazy. We can give you a little background
My
behind it. Though. I know it was wild, though. You give me a little story behind, a little background behind that recruitment.
first things first, man. Like the first Division I school, so I'll always have some love for Coach Bennett at St. Mary's. He's the first Division I coach that recruited me. So I was getting recruited by St. Mary's. Me and my mom took an unofficial visit up there. I didn't like it. Just didn't have that college atmosphere that I was looking for.
Right.
And then obviously throughout the year, getting a bunch of calls, bunch of letters, all that stuff. And then I kind of, once the season gets by, narrow it down. So I'm getting recruited by Arizona State, UTEP, Texas A&M, obviously still St. Mary's, but those are kind of my, my 4 or 5 or whatever you want to call it. So I'm taking visits back to back to back to all these schools. Taking my last visit to Arizona State. So they were in obviously Pac-10. So, they weren't all that good, but obviously a high level Division I. Enjoyed my visit. My mom was super excited. She wanted me to go to Arizona State. So I get back from the visit, wait about 2 or 3 days to kind of because in my mind, like I'm going to Arizona State, like I'm that's where I'm going.
Okay.
And then I get a call from Coach Sampson, say he's gonna be down. He's coming down Friday. I'm like, all right. Like, okay.
Okay, let's see.
So now I'm like, all right, well, let me see what he's talking about. So obviously he comes down Friday. Yeah. Watch some film. Did what he needed to do from a research standpoint. Comes down Friday, does a home visit, sees me play open gym. I fly out Saturday. The following week, fly out, do the visit, and commit on my visit. And so, obviously, at the time, they were just coming off a Sweet 16 trip. They had everybody coming back. They had lost their starting point guard. So, they were primed and prepped and ready to go. And the main thing for me is I wanted to continue to win. So, like, now, I go from obviously winning the state championship in high school, coming, a bad call away from
damn close, right?
Championship game in JUCO.
Yeah.
And then now, like, one of the top 5 teams in the country is recruiting me. So, like, for me, it's like, all right, let's continue to do what I love to do.
You've been doing
is win. And so, like, that's how it happened. That's how I got to Oklahoma. It was simply just like going somewhere that's the highest level. Because I always said, like, I want to play at the highest level I can.
Right.
If that was Big 12, great. If all the schools in, the Big Sky would have been recruiting me, if that was the level deemed for me, then that's where I would have been. But my whole goal was just to play at the highest level I can possibly play at. And so obviously Oklahoma provided that, with also just the prestige of winning and having a chance to win a national. Because now I'm thinking, I want to win a national championship.
Natty, you want to get the big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's what's up, man. Go there, handle your business. You
Yeah.
graduate too.
Yeah.
You graduate, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't forget. I like to always say that and tell people that because, yes, I know we want to go get the bag. We want to go get but I feel as like the graduation is a gift really to your parents.
Yes.
How was your parents, mom, dad reaction when you were able to get that degree?
Man, it was honestly, it was like the last, like, I guess, like, goal.
Yeah.
As what started all this basketball stuff.
Right.
It was like that was the last goal. It was like, all right, like you were a good high school player, good JUCO player, you did all this stuff from a basketball standpoint. You graduated high school, Now it's like, this is the final, like, this is what caps everything off, because now you get to walk out of Oklahoma with a piece of paper, and you earned it. It wasn't given to you. You had your struggles in high school academically, and you figured it out in JUCO, and obviously going to a 4-year school, figuring it out how to navigate that. Yeah. And then also being, halfway, away from home. So it's like, just you did it, your way. You figured it out, and like my parents, man, like all they kept doing was like, this is it. Once you do that, like you good. It don't matter about a national championship. It don't matter what you did on the court. Like, you accomplished something that a lot of black males don't accomplish. And so like it was awesome.
That's dope, man. So did you know immediately I'm jumping to this coaching thing or what? Because
man,
it's a whole other ball game.
I got I got pushed into coaching. Quick story. So I never had a job before until I graduated college, and then work at an all-girls group home, and was working there for about a year and trying to figure it out. So long story short, had to do a physical restraint on a young girl. She was about 12 years old. She was going through it, having some issues, and just trying to like calm her down, whatever. Right. And she kicks me in my mouth. And the next day, I called Coach Fasano at Sierra College. Said I want to get into coaching. That's how I got into coaching.
That whole incident, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Let me go be around somebody. I'm done with this. I'm out of here.
Yeah. And so, and like, that's what literally that, like I said, that's why I laugh and say, yeah, I got kicked into coaching. Yeah, literally. It wasn't on the table. It wasn't a goal. It was just like, I know I wanted to remain doing something, basketball wise, but I didn't know it was going to be coaching. That's and, obviously working with those girls, they actually taught me a lot about coaching. I had no idea what it was to coach, honestly. I felt like I was a coach on the floor, but it was, being a coach is much more than just drawing stuff up or showing the kid what to do in the drill. Right. It's developing relationships, and then not only developing those relationships, but knowing how to maintain those relationships.
Yes, sir.
And that's one of the reasons why I got into coaching also, was just to, provide, a level of guidance that I got when I was young, up into this process, and then, giving something back to the guys behind me. And that's the reason why I got into it. It was just to continue to help move the game forward.
That's what's up. All right, man, I'll throw a couple of pictures on here, man. Tell me what first thing that come to mind when you see these pictures, bro. I had to dig in the crates a little bit. Tell me what you feel, what comes to your mind when I show you the pictures right here, bro.
Man, that is swagger right there.
Long braids, short. We the long hoop shorts era, so the shorts was long.
Yeah, braids, long hair, and that picture we playing against Sac City. So that was great. I always loved to go back. You know,
Come
when I
back
was up
home.
at Delta, to go back home and either play Sac City or AR or Sierra.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But man, like that was swag right there.
That's what's up. All right.
All three. All three. So man, just my journey, man. High school, JUCO to Division I.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I would have got number 11 at Oklahoma. That would have been
That'd
great.
been cool. Yeah, that'd have made it complete. That 11. That's why I definitely know you for that 11, bro. For sure.
Definitely you know, but just just my journey, man. Just from high school, being a skinny kid that that grew up loving the game and was super talented, and then that middle picture is just like kind of like adversity, being somewhere you don't really want to be, but then you got to grind it out, and you still got to get better, and then getting to where you want to get to, which is to the big time.
Sure.
Division I, Oklahoma,
sir.
Playing against Kansas, that's what it was.
Yes, sir. All right, last one.
Man, love right there. You know what I'm saying? Just those group of guys, man. We all came from different places, different backgrounds, but man, we was together. We didn't win the big one, but man, we had a lot of fun competing. We played hard, and we played together.
That's what's up, man. All right, before we get out of here, C-Walk, triple threat. Dribble, pass, shoot, as we know, right?
Yeah.
But I need your triple threat, though, man. 3 things that you, as a coach, or as a player, or somebody as a mentor, that would just tell anybody, advice you could give them, or somebody who was encouraging to figure out their path like you did. Give me 3 things you would better tell them right now, so they could know, okay, yeah, Coach Walk told me this. This is triple threat. This is why I got to hold on to it. This is what I'm gonna remember. This I'm gonna write it down, because I know they're gonna see it. They're gonna watch this. It's gonna be everywhere. They're gonna support this. But give me your triple threat right now.
My first one is passion. I don't think you can succeed in anything you do without being passionate about it. And for me, I'm passionate about the game of basketball, but I'm also passionate about life. Like just living life, trying to get better every day. Just 1%. Like I said, just getting 1% better every day. But I'm super passionate about, the game of basketball and helping players get better, helping the game get better. So I'll say 1 is passion. I would say 2 for me is integrity. Whether you're a coach, just having integrity. I would say, like, I don't ever want to work for someone, or when I become a head coach, them work for me and putting them in positions where they have to question their integrity. I feel like, this game has done so much for me that I'll never want to cheat it. If it wasn't for this game, I don't think that I'd be having this conversation with you.
Understood.
You know what I'm
saying?
So,
real talk. Real talk.
So I think, just never want to cheat the game, never want to cheat life. And so, integrity is huge for me. And then my last one is love. Love, man. Like, I love helping people get better, whether it's in basketball or life. And as you know, as being a coach, like, it's 2 different things, but it also merges together at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
My players know that, whether my current players or past players, they know that I love helping them.
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't even gotta talk hoop. They come in my office. My door is always open. We could talk about everything, but like, for me, I do everything with love.
Yep.
Because that's how I get up every day, every morning. Wake up at 6, do what I need to do to jog and get my day going. But if a player need me, I'm there for him, and it has nothing to do with because I think he's a good basketball player. Just the fact that I got love for him and I want to see him be successful. And for the same thing for me is I need love all the time. I need someone or a bunch of people that show me love, that lets me know
reciprocate that.
You know what I'm saying? appreciate that. So
Yeah.
love, passion, and integrity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. C-Walk, man, I appreciate you, my dog. Like I said, I mean, it's been a blessing to be, you know what I'm saying, know each other all this time, man. But also, again, y'all, I mean, I know everybody airs right, but them 80s babies from Sacramento,
Yeah.
different. Basketball level, I understand, I mean, however you look at it, you can say it's different now, I get it. But during that time, that 90 to 2010 run, 2005, like them 20 years straight, Sacramento basketball was crazy. From all levels, Division I schools, 2, 3, hoopers and Sac. People please don't not knock Sacramento
at all.
You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of talent come through Sac, all shapes and sizes too.
Yep.
You know what I mean? In a lot of sports, especially on that hardwood, man. We used to get after it, bro. I will make sure people know that it used to be jumping out here, man. So
absolutely
appreciate you, my G. Best of luck going forward, man.
Thank you.
Keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm always rocking with you. We tapped in, bro. We family anyway. So, you know
yes,
sir.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to the cousin Dayon, man. Dave Dillon, man. I love you, my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? You and wifey, what's up? If y'all listening today or whatever, I know you be tuning in. Wifey too. I'm praying for y'all. I love y'all. It's family over here for sure, man.
Yeah.
Walk, stay busy, man. I know you're gonna stay grinding, keep doing what you do, man. Always. You got me. Tap in, hit me if you need anything, man. You heard it here first. Coach Walker, the assistant coach, soon to be head coach. When his time is coming, it's coming. I know he grinding. So y'all tap in with my boy. See Walk support Cal State Fullerton down there. He out there living, taking the beach walks, living in the water, living the dream on the beach. He in SoCal living it up. But man, I'm saying I appreciate my guy, man. Stay up, boy.
Yeah,
we
appreciate
out. Peace.